Hey y'all, welcome to part 14 of From Trust to Trauma with Dating My Therapist. Lego. Did you just say she moving to Birmingham? Hold on, maybe I wasn't hearing this right. You moving? I said so. Wait. Hold on. You're moving to Birmingham? Like moving out of your house into an apartment here in Birmingham, like 10 minutes away from my mom? What the is you smoking? I'm like, you gotta walk me through this, because what happened? We went from looking at properties for an Airbnb opportunity for me, and you done fell in love with this apartment, and now you want to move here? I'm so confused. Like, please help me. So she's like, yeah, I always loved Birmingham. I went to college there, and I've always wanted to live in like a loft type situation where I had city views. The apartment that I'm going to be in has a city view that's actually stretched from the front to the side. And so I'm like, congrats, bitch. What? I don't understand. I thought that I don't even know what I thought. I don't understand. Why are you moving here? I said, because of me? Not because of you. Like, I always wanted to move to Birmingham. This had nothing to do with you or whatever. And I was just like, okay. I was like, so what about? I was like, okay, cool. All right. What's gonna happen with your house? Like, what's the move? Like, what are your plans? Like, are you selling your house? Like, what? She was like, no, never that. She was like, I'm gonna rent my house out on Airbnb. I said, how are you going to, I'm going to manage it. Like, I'm going to go back and forth or whatever. So we done went from me having an Airbnb down here to now you getting an Airbnb up there. This is just a lot. Like, when I tell you this is impulsive to the next degree, it is just too much. So she's like, we can still look at properties or whatever for you or whatnot. I just fell in love with this apartment, and that's what I wanted, and I feel like I deserve it. I work hard, I make good money, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Oh, and that's what she did. She absolutely moved into that apartment. She rented her house out on Airbnb. That's exactly what she did. Now, before she even created her listing for her Airbnb or whatever, she asked me if she could pay me to design a room in her home for Airbnb. She said pay, so I said yeah. So all I kept thinking about was the fact that I had no income coming in, like I was just a month ago. And I'm like, yeah, sis, you're gonna have to say yes to this one, because we need some money. So after I agreed to design a room, I had to go to the house. I did not want to go to the house because it brought back so many memories and so much trauma, but I went back to the house. I went to the house with her, and I had this app where you can actually scan the room, the outline of the room, and I used that to create the full 3D design of the room, which I may show. I'm not really sure. But if I don't, I'll just tell you guys, I designed the room using an app. And we went and got everything that was created in the app with the furniture and everything from Amazon, and created an exact replicate of that. That exact design is what blew her up on Airbnb. She was like one of the most top booked places in her area because of that room. She did pay me. So that helped out with my finances a ton. Now, still at this time, we are not in a relationship. I don't know what the hell we were, but everything was almost like a business transaction. So we was almost like business partners, if you was to look at it like that, right? So, we had everything set up for the Airbnb. She had it rolling. What we would do from time to time when it needed to be cleaned, we would drive to Montgomery, we'll clean it. She would pay me for that. and then it'll get booked, you know, sometimes months at a time or weeks at a time. And so we didn't have to go there that often. Everything seems to be going okay. Everything seems to be going well. I noticed that with time, we didn't argue much. We didn't have any issues. It was a lot better because she was where she was, I was where I was. And so that was something that she brought to my attention. She was just like, you know, I feel like ever since, you know, we had separated, I feel like we are a lot better in terms of our relationship and our connection. Like, you know, maybe it wasn't meant for us to live together. Maybe it was meant for us to be in separate places because we've been getting along. Everything has been great. You know, like, I've been doing better with my finances. You know, I've been able to take your advice and making sure that I be careful about my spending. Those were her words, because she was bad with spending, y'all. She had money, but she just could not organize herself at all. So she brought to my attention that, you know, we have been doing really, really good. It's like we haven't argued, we haven't disagreed or anything. You know, everything been pretty smooth for the most part. And I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, she's right. We actually have. And she was like, I think that the main issue is that we just moved too fast. You know, we wasn't supposed to move into the house together that quickly. We didn't give ourselves an opportunity to get to know one another. And I feel like this is a fresh start. You know, it's like almost a new relationship, a new connection where we're taking the time to get to know one another. So Zai started back coming around. Zai had came and see her apartment or whatever, and was just like, okay, this is really nice. We ended up going out to our favorite little buffet or whatever, and it was pretty cool. So we all were just hanging out all together. And it was actually going pretty good, I have to be honest. So there were quite a few things that were going on in the city for Kay. Her birthday was coming up. Her homecoming was coming up. And we needed to get prepared for those, right? So I helped her build up an itinerary for her birthday. We hung out. It was pretty cool. Had a really good time. Homecoming came. We took pictures. It was really, really nice. I looked really, really pretty, y'all, as you will see right down here. Okay, I had my little heels on, honey. Super cute. And that night, we decided that we were going to begin dating again. For the first time, y'all, I started to feel more positive about Kay. The red flags were no longer there. They were all green, at least for what I could see. My mom started to allow her to come around a bit more. Everybody was starting to, I'm going to say, forgive her in a sense. You know, I was telling, you know, one of my friends or whatever about it, and she was just like, you know, that's good that y'all are getting a fresh start and starting over and everything. Just be careful, you know. Although the Airbnb situation for me didn't work out initially, I just started to just look at it as it just wasn't meant to be. So I started to get back on my search for getting a new career, doing something different, because I had got so tired, y'all, of doing the delivery thing. Like, I have plantar fasciitis in my feet, and so being on my feet too long hurts them really, really bad. Kay knew that. So, you know, a lot of times she would massage my feet, she'll soak them and use all these different creams and oils and everything. Very, very attentive. You know, we sat and we talked, and she was just like, you know, I think we should start, you know, working on your resume, and maybe look to you getting a job, you know, at least for the time being, until your business can get back where it needs to be. We started working on my resume, cleaning it up, doing some mock interviews. So I started putting out applications, going to interviews or whatever. Still wasn't landing anything. It was just rough, y'all. I started to get discouraged. So one day I got an email from this company that told me that they wanted me to interview and to set a date. So at first I thought it was a scam because I had never heard of the company before. I tried to look them up and I couldn't find much. I did find a website, but I equally didn't see any reviews on their Google profile. So I was just like, I don't know about this. So I told Kay about the job opportunity and how I thought it was a scam because I couldn't find any information on the company. So find out what happens in the next part.